Adam, can you tell me what this dispute is about, please?
Okay, so University College Union are in dispute over proposals to compulsory to sack a minimum of 12 staff under redundancy on a compulsory basis. There are 4 unions with members affected: us, National Education Union, GMB and Unison. The employer has refused to negotiate with us to avoid compulsory redundancies. They refuse to offer voluntary redundancies first to the staff. They are also targeting individual members of staff by placing the burden of the cuts. There's a minimum of 12 jobs that are being cut. They're putting all the burden of that on a very small group of staff, and they refuse to do a wider call for voluntary redundancy across the whole institute. The second problem is they're actually cutting more than they need to. They're making 2 years worth of savings in 1 year. The funding from central government's been reduced in adult education over a 2-year period, phased in, and they're doing all of the savings in 1 year, and then they're focusing the cuts on a very narrow area of staff. And our concern is that individuals are being targeted and victimised for other reasons, such as being involved in the past with raising concerns in-house about various things that have been going on in the institute. And we also have one of our trade union reps that's being targeted for dismissal as well. So we're very concerned that this is a bogus sham redundancy process, cutting 12 jobs, cutting important courses for the Redbridge community with no proper negotiations with the union. So we're calling on management to halt the cuts and to meet with us urgently, and we're also calling on the Labour Council to get off its backside and actually intervene in this dispute, because this is happening on their watch and they have the final say over what happens at Redbridge Institute. And last but not least, we are calling on Wes Streeting as a local MP to start concerning himself with what's happening in his own backyard and not just worrying about what's going on in Westminster.
Thank you very much, Adam. That's great.